Grass to grace, the boy who refused to break. The harmattan wind blew harshly across the small village of Okpuno, carrying dust that clung to skin like desperation. In a tiny mud house at the edge of the village lived Chibuzo, a 16-year-old boy whose life had been a chain of struggles long before he understood the meaning of struggle. His father had died when he was 6. His mother, Mama Neka, sold roasted corn by the roadside, earning barely enough to keep them alive. Every morning, Chibuzo woke before the sun, carried a rusty tray of groundnuts, and walked miles shouting, "Buy your groundnuts! Fresh groundnuts!" Yet inside him burned something stronger than poverty, a hunger for a future he had never seen but deeply believed in. One evening, after a long day of selling, he returned home to find his mother coughing violently, her body trembling. The only clinic in the village demanded a fee they couldn't afford. The doctor turned them away. That night, as the moon hid behind thick clouds, Chibuzo sat outside their hut, tears streaming down his dust-covered face. He clenched his fists and whispered, "God, if you lift me from this ground, I will never forget who carried me." The next morning, life changed, but not gently. While selling near the market junction, a black SUV sped past him and suddenly screeched. 2 men in suits jumped out, grabbing a briefcase from the car roof, panicking. Moments later, a group of armed robbers stormed the junction, chasing the men. In the chaos, one of the men dropped a brown envelope without realizing it. Chibuzo saw it. He froze. Inside that envelope could be anything: money, documents, danger. Gunshots echoed. People scattered like ants. Chibuzo's heart pounded. The robbers were getting closer. He had 2 choices: run for his life or risk everything by picking that envelope. He picked it. He sprinted between stalls, dodging bullets, breath shaking, lungs burning. He dived behind a metal container until the chaos faded. When he finally opened the envelope, he found something he never expected: a sealed scholarship letter, check attached, addressed to whoever returns this safely. It belonged to the CEO of a major foundation, the man in the SUV. Chibuzo made the bravest choice of his life. He walked to the police station and submitted the envelope, telling them exactly what happened. 2 days later, the foundation CEO arrived in Okpuno with officers. They found Chibuzo's honesty unbelievable, especially in the middle of danger. "Why didn't you keep it?" the CEO asked. Chibuzo swallowed. "Sir, my mother taught me that integrity is the only property poverty cannot steal." The CEO smiled, deeply moved. Right there, in front of the entire village, he announced, "From today, this boy will go to school on my scholarship, up to university. And his mother will get the medical treatment she needs." Cheers erupted. Mama Neka wept uncontrollably. Years passed. Chibuzo graduated top of his class, earned a degree in engineering, and launched a solar energy startup that brought electricity to rural villages. Newspapers called him the boy who rose from dust to destiny. One evening, standing on the balcony of his new home, Chibuzo whispered into the wind, "From the ground to glory, God did it."